Um, I've tried to play an audio file. Um, the right after the assault yesterday, and I wasn't even 2 blocks away from Josh's house. He called me up and was all sorts of angry and hateful. And I just tried to play that on my last video. I listened to the video. It really doesn't. It's a garbled sound. You can't really hear what he's saying. Um, I opened up a video to learn how to do this, and it's got a bunch of words that I don't understand. I'm not a computer dude. I've heard the words before. I just don't understand it. Someone needs to teach me. Um, I'm trying though. Well, it turns out that in order to download an audio file so that I can play it instead of doing what I've been doing, which, all right, when I was using this computer here, the C2 computer, that's this one. This is the one that I got while I was with Brandon Ratner right before my assisted suicide attempt in January 2018. Cops, Bollingers, general public that pushed me to it. But it was my friends and the stupid things that they did that made it such an issue. Okay, if I'm telling you people are assaulting me and I need you to go in and talk to the police with me, are you really a friend if you say no? Are you really a friend if you say yes and never show up? See, in order for me to not have severe panic attacks, I have to have a safe environment that requires people I know and requires, well, being able to ask for help without being victimized. I'm going to play part of this here. This is kind of my audio test because I'm trying to increase the volume on it somehow. After watching that YouTube video on how to turn an audio file into a YouTube video, I realized that I am in way over my head on that. What I used to do is I'd take this telephone here and I would play the audio file on my C2 computer and I would record it to this and then I would use this to download it. It took hours. Well, now it's too full to keep videos, which is a pain for me. I was able to find one of the videos. Of course, it was easy to find. It was a small file, and that call was Josh Rayborn. However, this one right here, I'm going to press play, and then I'm going to do what I did with the last video, which is let it play for, well, the last one I let it play till the end of the video. But this one I'll play a couple minutes worth, and we'll see if it actually can be heard by you guys on the other end. And not because I did anything wrong, but because my parents would stay out and go, I have. Now, mind you, at this point, I am doing my best not to have an all-out meltdown. It's a big difference between when you talk to me like a human being and we can have a conversation. It's another thing entirely when I've got traffic going by and I've got two officers there who have shown me that they're not trustworthy, and I'm talking to a state patrol officer. Let's press play. Records for family members, I have hospital records, I have everything I need in order to back this stuff up. The problem is that I have to go to officers like this who have repeatedly done nothing. there's a deputy in town named Deputy Hans. I've been attempting to get a protection order against because of his conduct, and please stop smiling at me, DaCosta. That's just demeaning. I'm not sure if you guys heard that part, but I said stop smiling at me, DaCosta. That's just demeaning. See, this is stuff that, I mean, it's not that I'm not trying, it's that after all of this time of trying and failing, it's not that I'm not making the effort, it's that I've wasted so much time trying to do all these other things. Why can't I show this in court? Let's press play again, though. I have repeatedly come to the officers here for help and for aid. Repeatedly requested for somebody to be there in person for it to be recorded. And no matter what, that's used when they can call you mentally ill. You can turn off your body camera and say whatever you want about it. We have literally called, she has called the different places. I have called the state patrol office. This is literally, I'm going to say the fifth or sixth time just this year easily. I mean, it ends up me making a runaround, and I explain so much going on. But as soon as people hear the word mentally ill, or that there were talking involved, they shut their ears off. The problem is that I've been threatened, harassed, and assaulted for 4 years for crimes that I didn't commit. And I don't know how many times you would expect to go to police before they actually do something. But when you've gone through 6 months of abuse, which when me and Natalie stopped being friends and I left in Virginia, I went through 6 months of abuse before I did anything drastic. I mean, I had literally been to the point where I had been assaulted enough times, threatened enough times to cancel my loved ones, and had to move around repeatedly. I mean, it's a terrible thing, especially for an autistic person to constantly have to move and to be separated from their familiarity. And I've literally moved 40 times in the last 3 years since Natalie was killed. Whenever I go to the officers, I get this treatment everywhere. Before Natalie was killed, I was trying to get a day in court, and all of these hoops that I jumped through for an entire year to get this help so that I can get a court date, and so that I can get help in court and help with computer stuff, because I'm not good at it. And the thing is, it's a really long story now. It's 4 years. And it's almost lying outright, turning off their body cameras. I do have plenty of evidence. I'm not sure if you can hear that. That's the cost. Do you have any evidence? You goddamn right I do. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't say it if I didn't have fucking evidence. Now, there's a lot of stuff that I say now that I don't have the evidence of. Now, why don't I have that evidence? Because it was stolen. Because cops did everything they could everywhere I went to ignore it, no matter the excuse. Sometimes in my videos, when the train goes by like it is now, sometimes it actually records in the video, and sometimes it doesn't. Let's press play again. Thank you very much. For my own safety, I need a safe place. Right. And someone there in person to help me, because I am disabled. I can't turn my disabilities off. The more abuse that I take, the worse I am. I'm trying to explain that I'm not trying to judge that person. I am. Alright, so obviously I made this video as a test video. I'm trying to charge up the C2 computer. This one right here is called the C3 computer. The computer up in Washington State that was stolen, believe it or not, this computer here and that computer were both stolen in Washington State. I got them both back, and that's actually recorded here on YouTube too. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna attempt to get this computer to work. It'll it'll work for a few minutes, but then if the battery is moved just a tiny bit, then the computer shuts off. And if I turn it on too early, then it uses up more power than it's gaining, so it shuts itself off. Um, but if this doesn't work, as far as getting those files so that I can put them on YouTube here, then hopefully this computer will work well enough that I can set them side by side and I can boost up the volume on it enough that the volume from it will transfer over to my computer. It'll be loud enough. I'm hoping. Because the way that I used to do it, recording it from that to um, this thing's too full to do that anymore. I'll have to destroy a lot of evidence, and I need all of it, every little bit that I can get. Um, Another thing is, as soon as this thing is able to turn on, I gotta try to plug in my USB thing and get all the files transferred over to it, the audio files, and try to. I'm searching through them right now, by the way. There's just a lot of them. I got to go through 70 hours of recordings at least. You know, I might get lucky and find it in the first two or three of them, or I might get unlucky and somehow it's buried in the middle of stuff. I don't know. It's 2:21 a.m. though. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. I got the one file already pulled out and set up and also named, so I can turn that in. Uh, I'd like to find the other ones and put them in there. I'd like to be able to not edit out all the stuff that's not pertaining to the case, but to edit out all of the blank space. And I feel that it is a more important piece of evidence if it is fully intact, however. I am against what Mike Boudet did, which is take something where I told the truth, and then he went and chopped it up into little bits and pieces for entertainment, not caring about the consequences for others. I suppose this concludes my test.